Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is the first Monday of the new year. So we're just checking in. We're just checking in to see how it's going and see if you're implementing all of the stuff that we talked about in 2025. And how's it going so far? Like, are you finding it easier to go through your day? Have you started putting all of those steps in place that we talked about last year? Have you started your new morning routine? What about your after 5 routine? Have you started your YouTube channel? Like, literally, how is this new year going for you so far? Because guess what? A lot of times people put things in place before the year ends, the new year starts, but they don't actually follow through. So that's not going to happen to us. That's not going to happen to us. Why? Because we've got a clear plan. We've got a clear path. We know what action items we need to put in place, and we are putting those things in place. And the biggest thing, and this is a bonus, and I know I'm just like a minute and 20 seconds into the video, but a bonus that we are putting in place to make 2026 the best year ever is we are just being authentically ourselves. Not trying to be anybody else. Not trying to be Les Brown. We're not trying to be Mel Robbins. We're not trying to be Mr. Beast. We're not trying to be Shiloh Sanders. We're not trying to be any of those people that are out there that we actually watch. We just want to honestly be ourselves and be comfortable in being ourselves. That is the big bonus for the new year that's going to get us everything we want. Watch, especially if you're doing content creation. Because if you're doing content creation, trying to be someone else other than yourself is just not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's not going to resonate. You're not going to find your tribe. Nobody's going to listen. As soon as they click on, they're going to click off because they're going to see right off the rip that you're not a genuine person, And let's be clear. And I said this in another video on my other channel. Let's be clear. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't get them all in a wad about AI. Yes, AI is a thing, but AI is a tool to be used properly. AI is not going to replace you when it comes to personality marketing. And we'll talk about that in another video on personality marketing, what that is, what that means for you, what it means for your channel, and other things that you're doing. But AI is specifically your assistant, really. It's supposed to make certain things, certain tasks easier, shorter, more concise, clearer, so that you can get things done faster and get things out quicker. If you follow the rule, the personality principle, being authentic, if you follow that rule to the letter, you don't have to worry about AI replacing you in any type of way or fashion because, yes, it does a real good job of modeling people, but it cannot replace your true authentic personality. So again, how's it going so far? Today's the 5th day. The 5th day of the new year is January 5th. Have you implemented those things that we talked about in 2025? Have you started your channel yet? Because I'm going to tell you something that I learned. I've recorded over 400 YouTube videos. 400! I didn't post them all. I didn't make them all public. And they're not all on this channel. But in recording over 400 YouTube videos, you know what I realized? I realized that nothing feels better than being authentically me. Nothing feels on point. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't hit home. The views don't happen. The watch time doesn't happen. None of the magic things that need to happen to make your channel work unless you show up as your authentically yourself. That's it. That's it. You know, hey, David, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, we have to show up authentically ourselves in order to find our tribe. And you know what? Trying to be a part of somebody else's tribe, especially if you look at different channels and you see how many followers they have, you see how many subscribers they have, you see their traffic, you're looking at that and you're saying, okay, this can be my audience. Not necessarily, because the people that are watching those channels, is that actually your audience? When you begin showing up your true authentic self, because here's the thing, that audience is their audience. So are you showing up as them or are you showing up as yourself? And nobody really talks about this stuff when it comes to content creation. Nobody talks about how long it takes to really get comfortable being yourself. So hopefully some of this stuff you practiced in 2025. You bumped your head, you uploaded all of the awful videos, because like I said, I have done over 400 YouTube videos, and I will tell you, more than half of them were horrible. Okay? But what it did was it gave me enough practice, and truth be told, it wore me out enough. It gave me enough angst and anxiety and headaches for me to go back to the drawing board and say, you know what, there's no easier way to do this than to just be myself. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to come back and yes, this is my motivational channel. This is the channel where I want to motivate people. I want to instigate them to change. I want to, be a catalyst for somebody else getting out there, putting themselves out there, getting on, just really getting this content creation life going. That is my goal. But I realized I could not do that trying to be someone else, trying to show up like someone else, trying to make my setup like someone else, making sure that my lighting and all of these other things, because, we do it. We look at all of these other channels and we see what they're doing. We look at their setup. We look at their lighting. We look at their nuances and we're like, okay, let me replicate that, because then I'm going to get the views. Then I'm going to get the subscribers. Then I'm going to get the people. Then I'm going to get, all of those things. But that's not true. That's not true. What's actually true is when people see you being your real self and they like it. When people see you being your true authentic self and they connect. When people see you being your true authentic self and they say, you know what, that person is like me. That is what resonates. That is what resonates. That's what makes a difference. And that's what's going to show up for us when we show up like that in 2026. So, I just wanted to come on real quick and ask, how's it going? Are you putting those things in place for this year? Because this is going to be our best year ever when it comes to content creation. And I promise I'm going to do, some series and different things like that. But this is just a quick check-in. Share out the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Join the family. Join the tribe. Let's go and grow together, because that's what we need to do. There's no gatekeeping over here. I'm going to make sure I give you the information as I get it. But yes, I've done over 400 YouTube videos, and this is the biggest thing that I have figured out that has resonated with me. Show up as your true, authentic self. Thank me later. It's your girl, Felicia. I love you guys, and we'll talk next video, okay?